Good morning. So I noticed in yesterday's work, which was fantastic, that you were really interested in practicing some of your regrouping when you're subtracting. So let's look at that together. I want you to get a piece of paper and a pencil, and if you don't have it, pause right now and go and get your piece of paper and pencil. Okay, so let's look at what you have been doing in class. Sorry, let me start that one over. Okay, I want you to write that down. And when you have it written down, I want you to think, am I ready to subtract? Let's look at our total. Do I have enough ones to take away 2 or to remove 2? Do I have enough tens to take away nothing? Okay, if it's ready, check it off. We don't need to do it yet. We're going to get a whole series first. Okay, I want you to look at your total. Am I ready to subtract? Do I have enough ones to take away 8? Do I have enough tens to take away nothing? Okay, if it's not ready to subtract, think about how can I get more ones or more tens if that's what I needed. Okay, I'm going to let you do that one. You can let me know if you need help. Again, I don't want you to get the answer. Just check it off when it's ready to subtract. The hint, this is currently not ready to subtract, but I think you figured that out already. Let's try another. I'm going to look at my total. Is it ready to subtract? You want to think, can I take 7? Always think about reading the symbol next to your number, if that helps you to check. You have this much and you want to take or remove this much. Okay, let's try another one. Am I ready to subtract? Do I have enough ones to remove 2? Do I have enough tens to remove 7 tens? Do I have enough hundreds to remove, well, no hundreds. Okay. Okay. Same with our last one. Okay, I'm not going to spend time going through regrouping at the moment because I think that it's really about being ready to subtract that you wanted to practice. So I'm going to give you a sheet of just 4 or 5, and you can see how it's going and then let me know and I'll work on the next piece with you if you need it. But in the meantime, hold on to that paper. That's your work when we're done. Or you pause, do that work, and then come back to me. It's up to you. Awesome. Okay, we're going to look at some of the same problems with counting on. So let's look at this one. Okay, if we were going to look at that on a number line, right, and we wanted to think about our arrow way, we want to think of this as the difference between 123 and 38. If I started at 38 and I needed to get to 123, how far are they away? How much would I have to add to 38? Because we could also think of this as, let me write it over here, 38 plus some number equals 123. Now, sometimes I notice when you're counting on, you're so good at counting on. sometimes I notice that you forget to think about where you need to stop, right? So that's why I put the 38 and I put 123, so we'd remember when we need to stop. Then you can either write your arrow way underneath, or if you want to do it right on the number line, you can do that too. It kind of depends on how much room. If you're thinking about, okay, how many hops will I need to make? It might be easier for you to do it underneath so that you don't have to worry how far it goes, but maybe you want to practice that a little. So I'm going to do it right on here. I'm going to add 2, because guess what I can get to? If I'm at 38, I can get to 40. Now you might be able to count from 40 all the way to 100. And I know I can count from 100. Actually, I'm going to move this down a little. I know how to get from 100 to 123. So the question is, can you jump from 40 to 100 in one big jump, or do you want to take smaller jumps? That's up to you. It's how it works for you. So I'm going to do it all in one jump because I'm going to know that that's 60, and then I know that 100 to 123 is 23. So let's see, I've got 60 and 23, and you can think 60, 70, 80, and then 3, 83, 84, 85. So that means that 123 minus 38 is 85. When you do your other subtraction work, this is the same problem, so check if you got the same answer. And let's look at that if I had just done it as the arrow way. I would start at 38. You could add it by tens too. Let's try that this time to see where we get, and I'll do it over here. So 38, instead of getting to 40, we would get to 48. Now 48 is a little harder to think of getting to 100, so I'm going to have to do it a couple more times. Plus 10 to 58, plus 10 to 68. Ooh, I just realized I probably can add by 20. Maybe I can even do 30. I think I can do 30. Plus 30 to 98. And now I notice I can just add 2 to get to 100. It just creates a little bit more, you have a little bit more to add together, but you can use that way too. So now I've got 10, 20, 30. That was also 30. So 30 and 30 is 60. 60. I'm going to add my 2 with the 23. So I've got 25. So 60 plus 25. Let's think. 60, 70, 80. And then I'm going to add 5 more. So 85. Same answer that I had up here. So there's a couple of different ways to do it. But a tricky part, I know sometimes for you, is knowing when to stop. So you might want to write down your last number, your first number and your last number, so you remember where you're trying to get to. You're trying to start at your 38 and count on until you get to your 123, right? That total that we're taking 38 from in the other version. Okay, I'm super excited about your work today. I can't wait to see how it goes. And have a great weekend if I don't talk to you directly until then. Bye.